pretty sure I had it last year as well. I don't know. You guys got some short memory. You guys must be like all relievers. You guys have better short memories than we do, I guess. I've had it the whole time. You can go look at about every spring training photo I got. I've had it then. I'll have it this year too.
Short memory, but a little different this year going to spring training is your manager and your pitching coach aren't afraid to use the C word on you.
You know, it is what it is. You know, it's one of those things that I've been asked that the past couple of days, but, you know, you still got to go into spring training, and for me, I don't look at it any different. I still have to go in there and get myself ready for spring, do what I need to do to get my arm ready, get my body ready. So I'm not looking at it any differently. I'm trying to go out there and prove that I belong on the team just like I did my first spring in 08 and 09 and 2010 last year. I'm going to go out there and, like I said, prove that I belong out there. And in this game, it doesn't matter what they call you. It's what you do out there on the field. So you can say what you want, but if you don't perform on the field, they can call you whatever you want. But it's all about your performance on the field. So I don't look at it any differently. I'm going to go out there and get myself ready and try to do it out there on the field.
The media kind of had some fun with that, you know, that Tony wouldn't call you the closer, and we'd ask him about it and things like that. Did that matter to you? It was almost kind of like an ongoing, I don't want to say joke, but, you know, that as the season went on.
Well, I don't think Tony found it very funny.
Right.
No, yeah. You guys probably the only one thought it was a joke. No, I mean, I really didn't care. It didn't really matter to me, and I think that was the great thing about the team that we had was no one really cared. Like, it wasn't about the role or your name or whatever. We were, as cliche as it is, like, oh, we're trying to do what we can to help the team win, and that's all it was. It didn't matter to me, and we had Zepchinski going in there facing one lefty one time, then he'd throw 2 innings the next day. We had Fernando Salas, who had 20-something saves going to the Milwaukee series, and he threw, I think, 2 2/3 innings one time, you know, to get us deeper in the ball game. So, you know, the team we had, everyone was, you know, there wasn't one selfish person on the entire team. Alan Craig, you know, he coming off the bench, coming up big for us, you know. So, I mean, it's one of those things that I think that's one of the reasons that we did what we did was because there was no ego. There was no one person like, oh, well, this is about me, it's about whatever. And it didn't matter to me what they called me. I just want to go out there, and if it was 15th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 12th, whatever, you know, I just want to go out there and give my team a chance to win. And I think that's kind of the attitude we all had. We were going to go out there and give our team a chance to win and do everything we could, not going to hold anything back.
You mentioned some of those other guys in the pen. I mean, that pen really evolved as the season went on. It became a big strength for you guys down the stretch. How excited are you to have that group in place to start the season?
It's great. You know, I mean, Rhodesy won't be back, but you know, we got Romero, so you know, he's done it for a long time. He does a good job. You know, have Zep and have pretty much everybody back. You know, it's gonna be great. And like I said, those are the guys that we won it with. So it's you know, those guys that you got closer with, guys that you know, you're hanging out with on and off the field. So you know, it'll be a good time going out there. And same thing, we'll have the same core group of guys out there in that bullpen, but it's still, you know, like you said, going out and, you know, doing it and getting ready to go for the season.
Despite some of the turnover that this team did have, whether it be manager, coaches, or, you know, with a couple of players, I'm assuming you guys still look at this team as one that can do what you did last year and come back and get that done again.
I mean, I think we have a great team. You know, I mean, we have some people gone. Tony's gone, Howard's gone. You know, found out recently Dunk's gone, but you know, it doesn't change what we do. You know, it doesn't change how I go out there and pitch. I'm not going out there because Tony's not in the dugout. I'm not going, oh man, I can't go get these guys out now. I'm not trying to get them out. You know, I'm going up there the same way. And I'm sure I can't speak for them, but I'm thinking Berkman and Holiday are still going to go up there and try to get hits and drive runs in. You know, I don't think they're going to look at it any differently. So, you know, our organization did a good job of getting some other people in here, getting some people back. So I think it's going to be a great year. I think we have a great team. I think we have a good chance to, you know, have a good season. But that's, you know, still to be seen. We got to go out there and do it now.
Where do you feel with your contract right now? You're going through this process sort of for the first time. Do you have a sense of if it could move along rather quickly, or if there's discussions going on?
I'm sure there's discussions going on, but that's my agent probably knows a little bit better than that. I can give you his number if you want to call them up there. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's stuff. I mean, Mo would probably know. You know, I know there probably are discussions, but you know, that's my job is to do it on the field. that's why I have agents, so they can do that kind of stuff off the field.
Is
So,
there, I mean, you probably, have you talked to guys going, I mean, this is the first time where you could go to arbitration?
yeah, I mean, I've talked to guys like McClellan, stuff like that. You know, I mean, he's one of my good friends. So, I mean, you know, he loves talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he is. But you know, it's just one of those things that you know, you know, coming into it last year when he was going through it, you know, he would explain it. And I was like, okay, that's cool. You know, and this year trying to go through that process, I really didn't know what was going on, and you know, he's helped me out. Like, okay, well, this is what happens. Even talking with my agents, like, okay, well, we're gonna do this and that. This is gonna happen. I was like, okay. But you know, like I said, the business part of it, that's why they do what they do.
Do you have a preference at all? I mean, do you care one way or the other if it gets done beforehand or if you gotta go to a hearing?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, for me, you know, I hope it gets done. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. I'm not gonna cry about it. It's what it is, you know. So it's part of the business. That's the whole thing. It's a business, and you know, see how it plays out.
Jason, at what point do you cut off enjoying the championship and preparing for 2012? At what point did the celebration, so to speak, end and preparation began?
I don't know if the celebration's ended. You know, I mean, it's one of those things that you know, coming to things like this, coming to the caravan. You know, I mean, you can still see the excitement on people's faces. And I know we come out here in spring training or do anything else that we do, people are still going to be pretty pumped up about what we did last year. But as far as me, preparation for this upcoming season, I took about 2 weeks off, and then I was like, well, let's go ahead and get ready for next year. You know, I mean, it's still something that you know, I've enjoyed, I've talked about, I've relived it many a times, and it's been awesome every single time. You know, watching the clips or talking to people about it and what their feelings were, and being on the caravan. I think that was pretty cool to see other people who might not have been at the game, but might not could have made it to the game and stuff like that. But you know, preparation, you have to go out there, and nobody cares what we did last year as far as other teams. They're just gonna try to knock us off that pedestal, and that's fine with us because you know what, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna make sure I'm ready and do what I can do to be ready to go this season, and not really, you know, I'm not thinking about last season when I'm out there on the mound. I wasn't thinking about yesterday when I was on the mound today. You know, it's in this game, you know, you do have to have a short memory, baseball-wise, so just going out there and getting the job done.
Jason,
I
that
think
shot
so.
of you, here's one more.
Last one.
That shot of you jumping into Yachty's arms, you talk about watching the clips. Has that kind of sunk in that is kind of now like an indelible image that will be shown for as long as baseball's played, that shot of you and Yachty and the celebration there? I
think if you look here, Yachty's actually jumping into my arms.
Okay.
And, I think I was trying to get into his arms, but I don't think I quite made it up there. But he's pretty good up there. Yeah, you know, it was awesome. It was a great feeling. I think I got my arms about halfway around him, and then I got cold cocked by about 15 other people coming up from the side of me. So after that, I don't really remember how it all happened. But you know, it's great. You know, it's one of those things that as long as I live, as long as you know, it's the pinnacle of baseball career. That's what you want. You want to go out there. You want to win a World Series. That's or at least for me, that's what it's about. You know, when you're a little kid, that's what you want to do. So you know, to be able to be a part of that, and have been out there doing that last out, and you know, just turn around and see Yachty. I won't forget the way, you know, he down on his knees, he looked up at me and the smile he had on his face when he was running out there. I was like, man, this is sweet, you know. So it's one of those things I'll never forget. It'll be with me for a while.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chase.